I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
After the interception, here's Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes our score 17-0.
17. Chargers, nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards. 17-0 our score after 1. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Herbert now. He's got him in. Complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Back to throw here, Herbert. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 7 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Under pressure, they got him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. They've got his man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Noah Fant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the route is on here in this first half.
Chargers, nothing. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
He'll fire this one deep for Eckler. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They snap it to Herbert. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Play action. It's Smith. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Gino. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Here we go, set. 70.
On 4th down, Smith. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The Charger drive about to get going. On 1st down, it's Herbert. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks have opened the lead up to 30. Myers connects on the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half.
Chargers, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Third and 2, Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On 4th down, Herbert. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. On 2nd and 11 now. Smith. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. He's got a man, complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before the break for Herbert. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with You and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10.
Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The Smith throw there into the hands of Ross.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
On 1st and 10, Smith completes it to Fant on the right side.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith on the move to his left. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. John Ross, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks extend their lead yet again.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Chargers, nothing. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At the 41-yard line.
And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Herbert. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
A loss of 9 brings up 4th down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Head the street, head the street. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 18 Pioneer, 79 Broncos.
And they are going for it. Herbert now. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And the Chargers first and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Herbert. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
19 tight, 19 tight. Trap Trap 50, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Now Gino on first down. And he goes down, and it's in the end zone. Smith goes down in that end zone. That is a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, give the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.